All right, I am sweating, and it's not just because the basement I'm in is swelteringly hot for some reason. I mean, it is like boiling down here. But no, I'm sweating because the game, like every recent Celtics game, has gone down to the wire. And like other Celtics game recently, gone down to the wire for no good reason. Celtics had a double-digit lead midway through the fourth quarter, pissed it all away to the point where the Pacers actually took a lead towards the end of this game. Fortunately, the Celtics battled back thanks to Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart. Uh, they were able to come out with a very, very, very important win on the road. Not just because it was on the road, not just because it was against a possible playoff opponent and a good team in the Indiana Pacers, and not just because they've been playing like dog shit recently and they needed this, but because they were able to take that punch that had been happening to them this past week and a half, which is blowing a game, playing like crap, not executing well in the fourth quarter, survive it, and win. That does a lot for your mentality as a team. That does a lot for your psyche going forward in these close games and as you get into the playoffs. They needed to see that this group could come back and win a game like this and could hold on to win a tough game, not just on the road, but a tough game against a competitive team. And the Pacers, they didn't play great for 3 quarters of this, maybe 3.5 quarters, but they were lights out in the second half of the fourth quarter. And Victor Oladipo was playing like all-star, superstar level Victor Oladipo, hitting threes from 10 feet beyond the three-point line, getting to the basket at will. Turner was playing well. Sabonis was playing well. You had to sustain all of that, and the Celtics were able to hold on, take the Pacers' best punch at the end there, and get a win. And that's completely different from what you saw in those games against the Nets, the Celtics blew, the Rockets, and then most recently the other night against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The same sort of thing happened tonight, except for the Celtics were able to collect themselves and win the game. Now, it did get dicey towards the end after the Celtics did what they should have done last game, which was call a timeout to advance the ball to half court. The first time it worked like gangbusters, inbounded it to the backcourt to Kemba Walker, who had a free run in the backcourt for like a second, and then promptly missed one of his 2 free throws. But then with Marcus Smart, the second time, they almost turned the ball over on an inbound pass again, which would have been just unbelievably disastrous. Fortunately, the referees called a foul. It could have gone either way. It could have easily ended up as a turnover. But that leads me to believe, does Brad Stevens not have out of bounds plays from at the end of games from a front court, from a half court setting? Like, this is a professional basketball team. They keep fucking up these inbound plays. It's not very complicated stuff. Run a play with a pick, free, set a guy free. You should have more than one option on it. It seems like they're running these plays and they have no plan B. Just like we have to force the ball into Kemba Walker or Marcus Smart, and everybody else is just do run like your chickens with your head cut off or something like that. Just like I'm saying, you're Brad Stevens, you're a professional coach. You're coaching for a long time. Is it that hard to come up with a decent inbounds play that has a fallback option instead of making everybody go through a fucking panic every single time the Celtics have to inbound the ball late in the game? That's just my 2 cents. So overall, again, scary, but you take the win because it was so desperately needed for this team in terms of their state of mind. Gordon Hayward had a nice game, though. I think the stats lie to you a little bit there. Jason Tatum was excellent. Marcus Smart was excellent. Daniel Tice continues to be excellent. He was tremendous tonight. Still not getting much of anything for your bench. You had 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points total from your bench tonight. Better than what you've been getting, but still not great by any means. And that's going to continue to be a major source of struggle for the Celtics unless they were to go out and sign a Jamal Crawford or an Isaiah Thomas, someone who could at least have the potential of giving them points off the bench, unlike anybody they have. But listen, the win was the important thing tonight. They took care of business. It got dicey, but you want the win. They have Milwaukee next. That will be a big test. It looks like Giannis is going to play in that game. That is not tomorrow, but the next day. So that's on Thursday. Big game, another big test for the Celtics there. We will see how they do. Milwaukee has the best record in the league, obviously, so major test for the Celtics. I will talk to you after that game. Now we can take a little bit of a deep breath. If the Celtics have seemingly righted the ship, we will see. A big win against Milwaukee next would go a long way towards doing that. So breathe, and I will talk to you after the next one. Everybody, wash your hands. Talk to you later. See ya.